Hello and welcome to the Diva Days of Our Lives. This is Carrie. You can find me on Twitter at Diva of DOOL. Please like, follow, subscribe, share, rate, whatever you could do on all the platforms you listen to us on. Also on Spotify, Apple, Twitter Live, YouTube Live, Facebook Live, on Facebook, Diva Days of Our Lives, Twitter at Diva Duel, like I said. Oh, Instagram, Diva_Duel. So we have the birthday girl, Miss Jen, is here today.
Hi, I'm at RXJDK at Twitter.
And still in the Witless Protection Program, we
Yes.
have our Anna.
I'm being constantly moved around just for safety reasons. I cannot divulge why I'm in the Salem Witless Protection Program, but anyway, you can find me at Kazi Hooch, mostly on Instagram and then also on X.
Yes, and Marianne celebrating a special birthday today with her family, so she's probably not joining us, but you never know. So, Anna, did you see everything this week?
Did not. I was trying to. I started with last week and rewatched some stuff so I can remember what happened. And then I think I got Monday, Tuesday, part of Wednesday, and then most of Friday. I kind of skipped a little bit in the middle so I could see how it ended. But I agree. We're supposed to say, well, you can say it whenever you want to as far as Xander or for Marianne's, but I'm also on that team.
I'm the only one on Team Sarah?
Well, in real life, I wouldn't blame her one bit. I
No.
mean, common sense wise, but since this is Xander,
Yeah, no, I mean, I understand. So what happened on Thursday, and they didn't quite sell it. So Xander moved in. Sarah asked him to move in after they hooked up. And then Maggie, for some reason, she's trying to claim like a sixth sense or something. She decides to ask him about the Philip situation. And he kind of hemmed and hawed and didn't want to answer. And then Sarah walked in, and then eventually, yeah, it came out that he's the one who beat up Philip within an inch of
Think
his
of his
life.
life.
we all recited at the same time, right?
Yes. And then she kicks him out again, calls up Justin, who we haven't seen on screen. I guess he's in the Witless Protection Program too.
Yeah, I ran into him the other day at the grocery store, but
Okay.
I couldn't, of course, acknowledge him, and he couldn't acknowledge me. We just looked at each other, one of those recognize, yeah.
Yeah, you get one of those.
Yeah, the knowing nod.
He's in the Quartermain psych unit.
Well,
Maybe
that's
he's
not where
in,
I'm at,
Quartermains.
maybe he's in Bayview with
but that's not where I am. Let me just be clear.
Okay.
oh well, we never know. So yes, so she says she hates him once he gets divorced. And this is like literally less than 24 hours after she had sex with him.
Yep. You should get pregnant.
Yes, again, but it's third time's a charm. So, but yeah, so yes, I can't get over Xander lying about this for months. And because when they have a follow-up conversation, I know how this is going to play out just from my real life experience. You just say, "Well, I couldn't tell you because you would react this way and you would do it's the gaslighting is going to come next." So I have just zero tolerance for gaslighting.
Yeah,
He's going to try to blame it on her on why he lied.
yeah.
And I mean, yeah, I guess he could say, yeah, he's changed. And obviously, we've seen him do the steps. So I do commend him for that. But I think still you should have confessed a lot sooner than this.
Well, one thing he should have mentioned, not that this would help Sarah, but somewhere along the lines, see, Philip told him, don't ever tell her. Don't, it's our secret, right?
Yeah.
And they're trying to the boys are trying to be supportive of each other, and Philip wants him to get back with Sarah and all that. So at some point he should be like, or maybe Philip could even tell her, look, I've forgiven him. I've moved on. We've patched things up. I see that he's working on his life and his behavior. And you did see some growth because I thought he was going to throw that vase or whatever.
Whatever that was.
Held it. Whatever that ugly thing was. But anyway, but he held it. He held it back. Now, again, I know that was symbolic to show that he is progressing or getting better. But yeah, like in real life, if Sarah were my friend, I would have been like, run, don't walk, but I would never want my kid around him, any of that. But we're talking Xander. So, and the fact that he did break down and tell her. But I think part of it was early on, he didn't tell her because it was his usual, I'm just gonna escape the consequences of anything I do and all that. But then he didn't tell her because he's madly in love with her still. And once he had a chance to get back with her, he thought what's gonna happen is exactly what's happening,
Yep.
is she was gonna divorce him. And so, yeah, I don't know, it's rough. I don't know what to think. Anyway, I support the character Xander. I don't support men or women who behave like he did in
Right,
real life.
right, and he's hot too, so, I mean,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, yeah. There's that.
that's important. Yeah, so, is this one gonna stick?
I don't know. They're like 12-year-olds. I'm
Well,
like for
12-year-olds
crying
are
out.
more mature than these 2.
I'm like gonna borrow a phrase from the past. For crying out loud, you two figure it out. But, I don't know because then is Brady gonna swing it? Is he gonna swoop in? Is he gonna be the shoulder to cry on? What's Xander gonna do? Because right now, apparently he's untouchable. I don't know. I don't know who would even be. Oh, or he and
Gwen,
Kat? Huh?
Gwen.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah.
There's
I
gotta be
don't
a
know. I mean, I do love Xander and Sarah together,
mhm.
but, uh, I don't know. They're hard to love sometimes.
Yeah, they make it difficult. I didn't like them in the very beginning because she just did all that baby talk and stuff with him.
Yeah.
Remember that used to drive us
Yeah,
wild.
hated that, yeah.
And it's like, yeah, adults don't act like that. I'm sorry. I mean, yeah, we all have pet names for our loved ones, but it was just talking to him like he was a toddler was
Yep.
so
Ugh,
gross.
cringe, just nails on a chalkboard.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so guess we'll see. I honestly don't know what direction it's going. It seems like they are the hot couple though on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're
So,
certainly hot when they're together, I mean,
yeah.
but
Yes. Speaking, well, there's a couple other couples on the show. Okay, so also I have to bring this up because I don't understand what's going on with Days in the writing. So Sarah was confronting EJ about the lack of medical technicians, and then he started personally insulting her for being with Xander. And it's like, what the hell does that have to do with anything? And then he asked her to be a speaker at the gala.
yeah.
If you
Fun.
want a favor from somebody, you don't start attacking their marriage.
Well, the Colletons definitely aren't writing anymore. They're not they must have retired or something because they're not
Right.
writing the scripts anymore, so that's part of the problem maybe, but
Yep.
I don't know. Yeah, it's kinda like whoever's writing has a lot of experience with, like, messed up rela I don't know how to explain it now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it is a soap opera, but still.
So what's the problem with EJ? Is it the crappy writing or is it the acting? Because James Scott, even with that EJ, though he did horrible things, he was still the most popular guy on the show.
Mm.
So are they just not showing a romantic side of EJ? Even though the stuff with Belle, it still seems completely manipulative. I don't,
Yeah.
still not
I
really
think
buying
he
it.
really does love her, though. I mean, I
Yeah.
think he
I think
does,
he's
but
fond of her. I don't think he loves her.
yeah, maybe, yeah.
Mm.
I don't know. But and he's also manipulative. Everything he
Yeah.
does is like for some sort of gain. But I don't know. I think part of it too is they're writing EJ as the boogeyman for every problem at the
Yep.
hospital.
Hmm.
It's like and granted, he's doing something shady. We don't know what, but they don't even know about that yet. So they're just out and out writing him as he's the problem for everything. The elevator's not running right.
It's
And
like
I
they don't
hate it.
know what to do with him.
Yeah, I hate that because it's like, I don't know, it's manipulative. Like he was very manipulative when he was talking to Sarah about, well, how are we going to afford the free clinic if we don't do it? I mean, some of what he's trying to do, except for he does have an underhanded thing, he's also trying to save a hospital that was going down. I mean, it was going to be
Oh.
closed. So, not that I have sympathy for him so much, but I also am thinking, I guess I was in the business world for too long. But I'm also thinking, there do have to be some cuts and trade-offs if you're gonna get this thing running because it wouldn't have been in the shape that it was in for them to have to buy them out if it hadn't been run so poorly. So I mean, and Sarah's right when she says, "Well, everyone should have high quality of care." So, we're not gonna we can't sacrifice that with our patients nor with the people who come to the free clinic. So, I mean, I guess it's one of those things where do you cut? Like what do you change about things? But obviously it was not profitable, or else it wouldn't have been sold to either Xander or EJ anyway. So I don't know. It's kind of like he could have said, "Well, I've been thinking about asking all of the doctors to take a 10% cut." He could have said that. It should have been like, "Oh, but no, 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 you can't take mine." No, but anyway, I don't know. I just think it's a little bit too much of a caricature writing in some ways, sort of. With that, it's kind of annoyed me a little bit. Like they're making him out the bad guy. Oh, that there's no fruit and vegetable or fruits in the fruit bowls or whatever. And I'm thinking, well, there weren't fruit bowls in my office either. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that that's something. But it just seems like he gets blamed for everything. And I know he's doing some under some dirty
Underhanded.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah, underhanded things, but they don't even know about that part yet. So it's just blame EJ for everything. And I'm like, well, EJ saved y'all's asses. I mean, not that I wanted to have a hero thing or anything. I mean, I don't think he's a hero, but like y'all would be unemployed and nobody would be getting medical services right now from your hospital if you if he hadn't bought it. So I don't know. So I just think they're doing a little bit too much one note from that
Yeah.
standpoint. They're not showing him coming up with any good ideas. It's all bad. Everything's bad. So I don't know.
They could write Xander as being a great character, or at least having, being a guy who almost killed his brother, at the same time, too, still be in love with his wife. But why can't they do that with EJ?
Yeah.
Yeah, good point. Good
And the
point.
thing is, too, they were fighting over the hospital because they wanted the sepsis drug,
Yeah.
which they completely buried that storyline.
Yeah,
Now,
where'd that story go?
now it's all about EJ and his secret lab.
Yep.
Yeah, like what that just went poof, and the whole reason he was interested in it was because of that.
Right.
That's really bizarre. I think that's very bizarre. Of course, real doctors like our very own doc, like middle school age girl, giggled at the whole idea of the sepsis medicine or cure because so far that hasn't come along in real life, that way. I mean, quite that way, anyway, as far as a miracle drug. So yeah, so maybe not enough people bought that whole idea. It was I don't know. It could have just been switching writers and they dropped that part. I don't know. That's weird.
Speaking of EJ being a jerk, I'll just keep going with him. So it's Belle's birthday was this week, and he shows up at the penthouse with flowers, and then he gets into a fight with her.
Yep.
Happy birthday. Let me ruin your day.
I mean, it's like I don't know, like a teenage boy's way of trying to get what he wants. Here's some flowers. Oh, by the way, can you do me a favor? Can you?
Right. On your birthday.
Yeah, I mean,
Knowing it was going to piss her off.
yes, he wanted her to charge Sophia with something.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I don't even know what she was going to charge Sophia with. Not sure what all she did that was illegal, really. Now, I guess maybe the sexting thing, but I
Yeah.
mean that's like nothing. That's probably I mean it wasn't, she wasn't sending nudes. I mean the naughty bits were all covered, so I'm not even sure that would count. Yeah, so EJ did not have a good week.
No.
Crap, maybe I should put him as diva.
I have my own diva too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally forgot to even think about somebody. Yeah. I have another. I just thought of another person. Sorry, I
I
gotta
have
write this down.
I
I
have
forget.
one that might not be expected, but when we
Yeah,
get to that portion, I'll share.
yeah. There was someone else like on the smacker. She was such an entitled brat this week. Oh, and there's another thing which I thought of you, Anna, when I saw it, and I actually watched it twice. So EJ went to the pub and was eating a hamburger and French fries. Chad comes.
You guys eating germs for crying out loud. You don't eat a French fry off somebody's plate and then throw half of it back on the plate because you didn't like it.
Yeah.
I mean, this is Pico. Why would you think they'd be real fries? I mean, I don't know what the heck they were, or if they were cold, or if they were hard, but it's like, I'm not even sure he swallowed the piece that was in his mouth, but he just like took a chunk off and put it back on EJ's plate. And I remember texting you guys about it, and they're like, oh, what did EJ do? Well, they didn't have the camera on EJ,
Right.
so we didn't get to see him react. bit.
that's right.
I'm like, "Oh, I can't wait for Anna to see this part."
Yeah. I'm like, they're gonna be getting a trophy for this nastiness soon, not just a I don't know. I mean, enough between the Hernandezes and the Demiras.
Yeah,
Oh, I don't
Yeah,
know.
they're all gonna be on antibiotics pretty soon.
very much.
Jeez. It's just gross. I'm sorry. I mean, and even like if you're an actor and you're having to be in a scene and hopefully they control like who's sipping after who and all that stuff. It's like just that happening in the scene. I'd be like, no, 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 don't do that. No.
Yep.
But
I've
anyway,
never
but
seen anybody do that in real life, like, a child wouldn't even do that. Like, "Ooh, I don't like this."
Can you imagine
like
being
I'm still
yeah.
eating your fry that I haven't even asked you if I could have, and then I'm putting it back on your plate because I didn't like it.
Can you imagine having to be an extra in that scene? Ooh.
Yeah.
I just finished my Friends rewatch, which I highly recommend. I'm
You're
rewatching
what?
Friends. Friends, rewatched Friends. It's on
Yeah.
HBO Max, and there's a whole episode about how Joey doesn't like to share food.
The double
And
dipping.
well, it wasn't double dipping. He doesn't like people taking stuff off his plate. Like, he
Ah,
went on a
yeah.
date, and this girl grabbed his french fries and started eating it, and he was like,
Yeah.
that was the entire episode.
That's so funny. I love it.
Everything held up on that show. There other than, they started eventually getting into very dumb smartphones, basically just texting. I mean, basically regular cell phones, plain cell phones. Other than that, no, it held up really well. We were just, especially when you haven't seen it in 20 years, it's just
Yeah.
hilarious. Yeah, it's like watching a new episode almost every day. Yeah,
Wow.
I highly recommend, yeah, rewatching Friends.
That's me with Big Bang Theory. I love that thing.
I've heard good things. I haven't watched it, but
It's
yeah.
really good.
I've only seen like parts or clips of that.
Yeah.
Same with The Office, which is bizarre that I never watched that. I mean, I don't know. I think I was bitter at the time because I had come up with a whole series that I won't go into, but when then The Office came out, I was like, dang, I had envisioned something like that. Only I were in the business, I could have done it. But it wasn't just The Office. But anyway. So but I just never I don't know, you know how some shows come out at certain times in your life when you're just not focused on that or whatever, and you just sort of never get a hold of it even though everybody else is watching it. But that's what I keep thinking, I need to watch The Office, binge the whole thing. Because I've seen a million of the gifs and the clips and all that, but I just haven't ever seen the actual episodes. But that's the Friends. I used to love Friends, but yeah, I'm sure I forgot a lot of it.
Yeah, The
Yes.
Office, it hooked me the very first episode.
Mhm.
Yeah. It was yeah, yeah. I actually recommended that. Would that be the next binge watch would be The Office, because I didn't finish it. I kind yeah, 'cause I started working retail, and Thursday night sometimes you're working and you miss it, and it's before you could just, watch it online. So Sophia, we kind of went over this last week. She didn't do a very good job hiding. Yes. So Steve and Brady find her in the one of the apartments above the pub. Yes, and everybody online said what a great job Rachel Boyd did this week with Sophia having
She was good.
her yeah, she did very good job. So do you guys think that Sophia's faking it, or did she really have a, breakdown?
I think she had a breakdown.
I think having to confront all of that at the same time when she was already overwhelmed. And I do remember early on I said they're gonna make postpartum depression and all that's gonna be part of this whole thing. They're gonna, and I mean that's a real thing.
Mhm.
But I thought it's gonna flip to psychosis. I just knew that that's kinda where we were headed. But, yeah, so it totally makes sense. I mean, first of all, she's being confronted by everybody in her life for one reason or another, none of it good, and a lot of it because of her own behavior, but some of her behavior is probably off the charts because of whatever's going on in her, in her mind. But I don't know. I kind of wondered about if she was faking it or not too, but I think she probably did have a breakdown.
Yeah.
It seems like, you know.
I'm wondering where her father is. No.
Yeah, he never shows up to anything. I
Yeah.
wondered the same thing.
I'm
Yeah, and they make
wondering
it
if
seem
he
like
has something to do with this.
that's a a theory people have out there. Yeah, which I hope is not true, but yeah.
What?
Yeah, I don't even wanna say it. Yeah,
Goodness.
yeah.
I hadn't even thought of that. I just figured they didn't wanna pay for an actor to play him, so he's always been off screen.
Well, you would think with I mean, we had got Mark Green back. Do we really need him? Do we need Jeremy Horton?
Right. You would think having your father yeah, that's
Yeah,
interesting. Yeah.
do we need Liam? No, is coming next week. We didn't need any of these people.
Wait, who?
Liam, the, literacy, mentee that
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
yeah, the mentor storyline's kicking off next week, so oh, and there was great scenes too, the actress who plays Amy Choi, she did a great job
Oh
when,
my god, she's amazing.
Yes.
yeah, I mean, Sophie is in the, lying in the hospital bed, and, Amy apologized basically for being too controlling.
Yeah. Yeah. That was really touching. And also when she asked to hold the baby, well, she says, "This might be only my only chance to hold my
Yeah,
grandbaby." And then she was really sweet to Leo and, Javi too.
yeah,
Really grateful. Like, she's, "No, I don't agree with your lifestyle," but, and they thought she was gonna drop it at that point, and she's like, "But you guys have given him so much love and have been, you know, your whole family has just been so wonderful." And, like, I get the feeling she would choose them over Chanel and,
eh,
um,
d
Johnny because she said, "Over my dead body."
Yes, yeah, yeah, but she's, blaming Johnny on
Yeah, I don't get that, though.
well, Johnny was promised to adopt the baby, and then he dropped out, like, right at the end.
Yeah, but of course he had just found out that was a result of rape of a father that he has grown up around and didn't realize. I mean, Johnny was going through a lot. Yeah, was I
Yes,
pissed off at him that he went off the rails like that? But then we also didn't know if he had shot his dad. There was all that drama going on. So, I mean, yeah, we wouldn't have all this drama right now if he didn't do that, right?
yep. But so at that time, Sophia didn't do anything to Johnny to deserve that, to have the rug pulled out from under.
yeah, so, I mean, that kinda argues maybe that, maybe adoption where you don't meet the people might
Yeah,
have been a better option. Of course, like I said, I was against the baby staying in Salem all along and, a family member of Tate's having the baby, because, I mean, look how often they run into the baby.
yep,
Well, and they remembered the exact day, wasn't it, like, when Sophia or Amy was like, "Oh my gosh, I even," she's like, "The very first time I saw him, I just knew something, I just bonded or I just had this bond with him." And, they're like, "Yeah, it was jury duty day," or whatever, like, they remembered it because they were like, "Oh, what's going on?"
Yes, and I have to bring this up 'cause I thought this was weird. Jeremy and Thomas.
ugh,
I
That was
know.
kinda creepy.
keep
I
that
don't know if it
kid
was
away
creepy.
from him.
Yeah, and Jeremy's dating profile is that he likes Vampire Weekend, which I've heard the name, but I never listened to the music, and I was not a fan, and he likes playing bocce. I mean, like, what the hell? Is he like a 70-year-old Italian man that he's into bocce? I mean, where I live, yeah, I mean, I think there might be a high school team, but again, it's all Italians.
Yeah.
But I'm like, what girl's gonna be interested in that?
I mean, they're writing him to be sincere, though. So and they're also, Stephanie's blaming him, thinking he's the one that outed her to Leo when it
Mhm.
was actually EJ.
EJ.
Yeah, they actually got into a fight about it in the square. Alex went after Jeremy. Yeah. So, Abe and Paulina, do you think Abe is overreacting with
He's
No,
my diva of the week, just so you know. I know y'all are gonna say, but with his history, with everything, but Theo is a grown man who created his own tech company that was then sold off and everything. I'm not saying he's ready to be it, but neither was Xander, neither was Philip. I mean, none of these people have been. That's why all their companies are going to crap. But anyway, my point is that I really loathe how he's going after Paulina. Paulina was just, she
trying to help.
innocently gave him her gut feeling about it in terms of Theo, and her was trying to encourage him and be positive. She had no ill intent with that. And Abe is acting like she's committed, like, the sin next to murder or
Fine.
something. I mean, And that part made him my diva of the week. So, I mean, I get that he's got this long history and that they worked so hard to protect Theo and keep him from that. But he's like almost emotionally beating up on Paulina for like it's her whole fault that he's now CEO of Demira and that she knew that he didn't approve of, what? I don't know. I was just like, Abe, you got an amazing woman there. You need to like not be treating her like crap. I
Yeah.
was not happy. So that's why I named him my diva of the week.
My question is, does Theo know why his mother died? What did they tell Theo? Because Theo was young. Did they tell him that Andre killed his mother?
But it was kind of unintentional. I mean, yeah, he kidnapped her, but I mean, I don't think his intention was that she was going to get sick from being held captive and dying from it, though. I mean,
I don't even remember.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I think they should have had Abe confront Tony. I think that would have been an interesting
That would have
scene.
been more
That's what we
appropriate.
need.
That would be more appropriately directed anger than for him continually I mean, he's been on this for like 2 weeks now of beating up on Paulina for the same freaking thing over and over again. And I'm like, what more can she do? You either have to forgive her for something she obviously did not have any ill intent for and move on, or else like leave her. I mean, if it's that big of a freaking deal and you just like can't move on. But to me, it was just very repetitive. And that's why, once again, he's my diva of the week.
See, my person's someone different, so that's interesting. So I did not think of Abe. Well, the other scene with Theo, he runs into Gabby and he agrees to keep her secret that she thought she was going to get the CEO because
Theo, yeah.
So we'll see how that goes with Gabby and Theo. Speaking of Demira, so Rita catches Leo spying around the clinic. And once again, no one's finding anything. But like he just starts randomly typing in codes.
Like, nothing's there yet for them to find. So it's like,
Yeah. I mean, you wouldn't put anything in there when there's still construction going on. That's stupid.
I didn't see that part. I haven't seen that part yet. I missed the Rita scene started to go back.
It was a little disappointing because it wasn't funny. I was kind of hoping they would be funny.
Especially
Yeah.
those two, Leo and Rita.
I know. That should have been hilarious.
And with the Kiriakis, Xander gives Gabby and Philip a thumbs up. He's actually on board with that relationship. Isn't that something? Maybe he is becoming a softie, huh?
Maybe.
Of course, now that he won't be getting any from Sarah, he might be like bitter. Philip, you don't have time for personal life. Get your butt back into the office.
And the other thing going on with Titan, Stephanie, Alex, Julie, and Leo all collaborate to launch that she is Anastasia. And apparently this is going to happen on Halloween, so I'm sure nothing bad's going to happen.
Oh my gosh. You know, I don't care about Anastasia fans at all.
Yeah, it's getting...
and the fans' names is Sandcastle. They could have said Hourglass. That would have been more fun.
Yeah.
Fans of the Hourglass Club, and that could have been a little shout out to the, I don't know. Anyway, sands to the hourglass. But anyway, yeah. I love the expressions on people's faces when Julie, when she told Julie.
Yep.
I mean, Alex is definitely such big mouths. Like, everybody's going to know by Halloween.
I know. It's like...
I want to see Steve's face.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I don't blame her. I think she gave Kayla that job. So, because, yeah, I would not want that job. My mother still gets mad at me if I swear. So, I mean, I don't want her watching this show at all whatsoever. Please don't send a link to my mom of this podcast. Yeah, so and it was so funny because Stephanie and Alex were like celebrating in the square and role playing about her coming out as Anastasia out loud, practically shouting in the middle of the square.
And at the Brady pub.
I know. Like, don't they know? They've both been around Salem long enough to know that people overhear everything.
Yeah.
It's so annoying. It's so dumb.
And nobody cared. So no one actually was paying attention to them. One thing I thought was cute with them was they I don't know if it was dinner with lunch with Johnny and Chanel, and it's like, wow, like, when's the last time we've had, like, 2 couples
Yeah.
Yeah.
sharing a meal together? So I thought that was kinda cute.
Yeah. I like
And then Rachel and I felt bad for her. So they're at the pub celebrating Belle's birthday, and Brady starts teasing with her with the milkshake that Tate just made from her, and I think she ended up knocking that onto the floor, and Marlena thinks that triggered a memory on Rachel because she remembered, breaking the, paperweight.
Yeah.
I just felt bad she lost her milkshake, that's not cool at all.
No.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, and then, Belle and Marlena decide they're gonna watch Jason Bourne movies instead.
And there was a shout out to JB, John
Yeah.
Black.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because, Drake always said that, John Black was based on Jason Bourne. So, yeah, so that was a shout out to him. And so my diva of the week has to go to Sophia, not Sophia, Holly.
Oh, yes.
Holy crap. I was so pissed off with her. Her and Ari, I guess, met with the college about her almost burning down the dorm. And she's mad that basically she's on probation
Yeah.
with the school. And it's like, you got drunk underage.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, I mean, Sophia spiked her drink a little bit, but still she was drinking beforehand. And actually, a friend of mine actually got caught at a party underage, and she went through a lot more than Holly went through.
Well,
She
plus
had,
Holly should have known better anyway because of what she did on New Year's Eve
Yeah.
last year.
yeah,
I thought
oh
she
no,
was
she was acting like she's perfect and she's never done anything wrong. And
Yep.
it's like you were using drugs, what, as a junior in high school?
Yeah. That's right.
Overdosed.
And she still
So,
hasn't learned a damn thing.
nope.
Does probation mean she's off? She's not coming back for the semester for this semester or what?
No, she's on probation, but I think it only lasts like a year or a
Yeah.
semester.
Like,
Yeah.
what does that mean in terms of schooling and everything? Like, when she's on
Gotta
probation,
stay out of trouble.
she can't do anything else wrong. Is that
Yeah.
basically? Okay. Okay.
So that annoyed me. And then she gets mad saying Sophia is not suffering any consequences for her actions. It's like after she complained that she had consequences for her actions, which she didn't think she should face any consequences. See, that's to me, that's why I had her be the diva of the week, because it's like you can't complain that someone else didn't face consequences who's having a nervous breakdown and being committed to Bayview, which
Yeah.
nothing good happens in Bayview.
Nope.
And you're mad because you just have to behave for a semester or a year.
Right. Yeah.
I feel
Seriously.
bad for Ari.
Yes, I do too. Ari deserves better.
She has the suckiest friends. Like, between jeez. And you know what? Where is Aaron in all this with this potentially being his child? That's going to open up a whole other can of worms with parental rights, all that stuff. Now, he may be just ready to like write it off, like, I don't want any part in this, because Tate was the one that was so invested.
Yep.
But at the same time, so that very well could happen. But also, like, they're not really bringing that up much. Like, well, whoever the father really is going to need to sign off on this if he's,
Yep.
now that we know that it's somebody else, they're going to need to, I mean, made a big deal about Tate signing off, relinquishing rights. Well, now they're going to have to make a good faith effort, which there are people who already know he's potentially the one. So they're going to have a DNA test, all that stuff. So there's like all this that's not even being discussed right now. So I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why it's not being discussed either, because it seems like everybody's focusing on Sophia and what does Sophia want,
Mhm.
and is Sophia going to exonerate Johnny? And yeah, no one seems to care about Aaron and his rights. And yeah,
Yep.
And
you
she
know, he's
lied
not
to him and said that for sure he wasn't the father, who she could
right.
not have known at the time.
Right. Like he should be confronting her too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, but so instead of focusing on that Green, we had to deal with Mark Green, which I didn't even recognize. And Marianne's the one who pointed out, I think, what his hair's curlier than it's the
Yeah.
same actor. I didn't recognize.
Yeah, I had to really look.
Yeah, I don't know if it was just me. I thought
Completely
Is
different
that
look.
a new Aaron or who is that? I didn't
Yeah.
till she called him Mark, I didn't know who it was. Yes, so he's in town and then, Kat tells him to go apply for a job with EJ, and EJ talks to Rita and says, "Can we use him?" He mentioned about
Yeah. So Mark Green will be the doctor running the secret business down under down in the
Yeah.
basement.
which
I
I
mean,
could see.
I'm guessing.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, he's compromised. I mean, he can't really no one's really gonna hire him anywhere else to practice medicine.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
He can practice medicine. His license was suspended.
yeah, so oh, yeah, I guess he was gonna do, what, research or something, and
Yeah.
yeah, because obviously in Salem, everybody's interchangeable, and being a doctor means you could be an OBGYN, and you can do autopsies and lab work and heart transplants, and no one's specialized anymore.
The miracle worker Jonas for
Edmore.
that. The miracle doctor who had 14 different
Yeah.
specialties while he was surfing, I don't know.
And oogling his female patients.
Go.
Yeah.
One last thing. Philip. So Alex is freaked out now because Philip said, yeah, he knew Stephanie was Anastasia because he recognized.
That's something.
That was funny. I recognized her writing style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they're calling it now.
Yeah, that's
Maybe he
right.
meant writing style, not writing style.
And also whatever Gabby does with her left leg must be pretty amazing. I don't know.
I don't know what, the writers are watching in their spare time. I don't know what she did with her left leg. Is she wrapping it around her neck? I mean, what is she doing with it?
Yeah, I guess she's a contortionist.
Huh? Maybe she does yoga or something in her spare time. I
I
don't know.
mean, and this is from Philip, who's been with Stephanie, who apparently is quite creative. Oh, man.
I don't know. We got some freaky people here.
Oh, yeah.
All I can say is Julie's bookstore business is going to go off the charts.
Yeah.
With the Anastasia thing.
Yeah, there's gonna be a baby boom in 9 months too. Everybody reading the book, and baby Gabby
You're
needs
like,
to write a book now.
EJ, quick, get down here. We need an extra set of hands.
Yep.
Okay, I read the spoilers for next week. Honestly, there was only thing that I saw that was interesting is Tony is missing, according to EJ,
Boy.
which is amazing that well, it sounds like Anna called him, but like we don't see Anna or hear Anna because the Demira family tends to disappear and no one notices they're gone, like Stefan and yeah, they're whatever, they're just gone. Everybody thinks they're gone by their own free will and they were
Yeah.
kidnapped. So yeah, that's the only that and like I said, that Liam character who is played by Wayne Northrup's
Oh, yeah. Okay.
so that'd be interesting to watch
That's
him.
right. I thought that's what he's going to be playing. Who's going to be
Yeah.
Yeah.
playing? That part does intrigue me. I'm actually excited about that part. I forgot about that. We'll see if Abe can get over his diva-ness.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so Diva of the Week. So you have Abe. And I'm kind of in a toss up between Holly and EJ. Who are you thinking, Jen?
Holly.
Well, and in fairness, I didn't see those scenes, so
No.
I'm willing to my selection or whatever you want to call it to support Holly because I can visualize how that went down based on your description.
So yeah, so Holly with the consequences of actions, and EJ. Well, first he pissed off Sarah, and they pissed off Belle on the same day. So that's a tough one too. So
Question. Do you think in scenes with Abe and Tony, would Abe be able to tell if it's Andre?
possibly.
Because it seems like we're not going to see Anna. Abe's been in town forever. You would think he would know. And they're not putting Teo in any other scenes with any other vets. Really.
Yeah, and there was at times too. Lexi was really close with Tony.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that would have been interesting, yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't understand. So, why is Tony missing? Who kidnapped Tony?
Andre?
It seemed like Kira's family would have been like my number one suspects, but they're not interested. Obviously, none of them did it. But I could see them kidnapping him to try to thwart the him
Take
taking
over.
Daenerys back. So I don't know. Guess we'll have to see. But yeah, so that's the big story next week. Yeah, so all right. So I'll go with Jen. I'm gonna go with Holly was the diva of the week. With the consequences. All right, does anybody have anything else they want to share with this week or
Mm,
next week? All righty, well, Marianne, we miss you. We hope to see you back next week.
Yes.
So, Anna, did you get a costume for next week's show? Do you have a mask?
What's that?
Do you have a mask for next week's show?
Oh. Oh, no. I am not a big Halloween person, to be honest.
okay.
I'm not. I know that sounds like plus in the witless protection, I only have, like, a certain, like there's only a certain amount of budget that I can spend,
Wow.
because and so, like, Halloween masks are really not the priority. They only let me out, like, once a day, and I mean, I actually do wear a mask, but it's not a Halloween mask, it's a disguise. 'Cause,
Okay.
my whole, like, being in the witless protection program, you gotta be careful, so
Yes. We don't
anyway,
want you.
so
We want you to be safe
yes,
Yeah.
and
right.
not suffering from the consequences of your own actions.
That's right. Maybe diva slash most unself-aware person of the week. I mean, the fact that Holly's like, "Wah, wah, 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 wah."
Well, I got probation, and Sophia just had a nervous breakdown. She's gone to Bayview, big deal. I mean, oh my gosh, I want to smack her.
Hear
Yeah.
I'm
your pro
actually like
or
disliking her.
by herself at home. Not that I don't understand. I mean, she's still done awful things, and not that I don't understand why Holly would hate her, but and it was weird because Holly was saying at one point that she and Sophia used to be so close and all that. So
Yeah, I think Ari needs to run. She needs to go find some new friends.
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, I mean, she had a crappy roommate who, if she's not burning down the place, she's keeping out. She's screwing around with Tate, so and then she's bailing on her at one point, so she has to hurry and try to find somebody else
Yep.
to room with. And then, I don't know.
I remembered something though. Ari told Holly she ran into Theo and said he was a hottie, and Holly said he's too old for you. So thank you for saying that.
Yep.
And then Tate, after all this drama, shows up in Holly's hotel room. He's basically trying to have sex with her, and she had to tell him several times to back off and leave.
Yeah. It's like
So
he's learned nothing.
Just like his daddy.
he's like, "Woohoo, I'm not the father. Let's celebrate by having sex."
Will be the father.
Well, and it's like, let's see, he has Brady and Teresa as his parents. So really, what would one believe would be the consequence of that or the
And
result
John
of that?
Black as his grandfather.
That's true. Yeah, but I don't know. Anyway, it's like you got two parents who, until they reach their 50s, have no common sense or whatever. Anyway, I don't know. Anyway,
Oh, there was a scene too when Tate gave the milkshake to Holly. He's like, "Yeah, my mom was in prison too." It's such a weird thing to apply.
who gave it to
Yes, to Rachel. Yeah,
yeah, that's funny. My mom was in prison too.
Yeah, if Brady likes women who are in prison.
Yeah, maybe that would be a hint that your dad has a really bad track record.
got a bad picker. Yeah,
Good
Oh
God.
boy.
but
Anyway,
yeah, this is correct. Yeah, so yeah, that just cracks me up. To Tate's way of celebrating. It's like, "Hey, I'm not the father," and and Holly doesn't want to have sex with him because she's mad because he didn't ask her about her hearing with the.
jeez,
Yeah.
Yes, it was all about that was what that's what it was about.
very
Yep,
self-absorbed.
she is off the chart.
I mean,
I
I mean,
can't.
Tate's been dealing with this where he's been like super conscientious about like this baby thing, and like he didn't run, he stayed by her side. He tried to be responsible and all that. And now his whole life's imploded again because oh wait, all that emotional investment and then nothing, then he gets lied to for months and then, the whole bit. And then Holly's like, You didn't ask me about my probationary, my disciplinary
Hearing.
council hearing or whatever. I mean, he's probably thinking, "Oh my gosh, I'm dealing with life and death issues here,
Yep.
and you tried to burn down your room by getting too drunk and running a using a candle in your room, which is probably not even allowed."
I don't think that's and drinking underage is definitely not allowed.
Yeah.
So my friend who went through that, she had to go watch those gory drunk driving videos.
Oh gosh.
That was of course, that was, like, early 1990s. Yeah, that was what she had to do. Because I mean, it was legal, it wasn't with the college, I think because she went to a party that got busted by the cops, and yeah, and all the kids scattered except for her, and the cop went up to her, and he's like, "Did you drink?" And she said, "Yeah, I did." Yeah,
And so
so
she was
Well, at least
honest.
she was
And
honest.
yeah,
did
well,
they ever catch anybody else, or?
probably, but she really didn't discuss it, but yeah, and she was in Army Reserves at the time too, so she could have been in big trouble for that. At the same time, too, I think 21's a stupid age for them to pick, but it's
Yeah.
like she's in the military.
If
She
you
could
can
be
fight and
deployed.
die for your country, you should be able to have a beer.
Right. And she
Yeah.
wasn't even intoxicated. She literally had a beer. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, she had to watch the gory drunk driving
Mhm.
accident videos. So, but she didn't get probation though. School. Oh my God.
Does
I hope
Tate really
someone's met.
realize
Oh,
what kind of baggage he's dealing with this one?
Run the other way.
Of course,
yeah.
when has Brady ever realized that? He
That's true.
gets involved with these women that are just absolutely screaming bright red flags from the
Yep.
second he sees them, and he runs right through that. It's over and over again. Anyway.
Yeah, he might end up getting bored with Sarah. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
because she's, probably not going to go to prison anytime soon.
She's
Yeah.
somewhat sane.
And it also might make you a little nervous to, as cute as he is, and for a long time had the best abs in daytime television. I don't know if I haven't seen them lately, so I don't know. But you know, he's probably got some sort of reputation by now where, if you date Brady, you, you're gonna end up dead, like run over by a car like Ariana,
Yeah, I
or
forgot about that.
you're gonna end up
In jail.
in prison, or
Madison was killed too,
oh, I forgot
and the
about.
day past her. Yeah,
Wow, I forgot about her. That's a shout out to the past. Oof. Yeah.
yeah.
Anyway. Oh
And
well. Life in Salem. And of course, I'm not trying to be judgmental since I'm in the Witness Protection Program. I'm not above all that. I have I have to perform restitution for anything I might have done. But anyway.
We're still hoping you get out, Anna.
yeah.
Well, it's like I turned on my bros. I should never
I didn't realize you were street, Anna.
bro.
Your homies. You turned on your
That just came
homies.
out of
Oh my
nowhere.
Yeah.
God.
So turn state's evidence. What can I say? So anyway, no. What's you like?
On that note, I might have to have
Okay.
you sign an NDA or something,
I
Anna.
know.
So cover my ass. I want you testifying against me.
Too late.
But you're HR, so I don't know. Yeah, you have to
Right.
come up. You're gonna have to
Yeah.
come up with that letter.
I do
She
the
needs
eight.
a
I do
non-disclosure
the
letter.
diva. What's that?
Non-disclosure letter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's so. Yeah. Well.
Okay. All right. It's time to wrap it up. It's 11 o'clock. So, all
Okay.
right.
Have a good rest of the weekend, everybody.
Yes, ladies. Have a great weekend and have a great Halloween. Although, Anna, I know you don't like Halloween.
Yeah.
I
Get some
hate it. I
candy
just don't get
anyway.
into it.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
and happy birthday week again for Jen.
Thank you.
By the way, if you like Reese's peanut butter cups, this is a pro tip here. I'm a fan of that. You know the bags you get and they have like Twix and all the other stuff
Yeah.
mixed into it to hand out to the kids. The Reese's peanut butter cups are this big.
Are you kidding?
You could give it to a baby and the baby wouldn't choke.
Oh my
Oh.
God.
I went to one of my customers and they had a bag of it, and I'm like, "I'm not even gonna eat that." I've never s it was the size of a nickel. I am
Oh my
not joking.
god.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
it's like
Like
they
the
made
Reese's Pieces.
yes,
Oh.
and that was supposed to be a peanut butter cup. That is bullshit, and Hershey needs to do something about this because
Yes.
I will not stand for this. I will be the diva of the week next week if they don't fix this bullshit. And
We need to descend on the Hershey factory in Pennsylvania and protest.
yeah, it's
There you go.
disgusting. Like, before too, yeah, even the normal cups, they made them smaller, and when you got 2, they used to be 50 cents a piece, now they're smaller and they're like $1.50.
I
But I mean, I'm not joking, they are that big.
oh my god.
So don't buy if you love Reese's, cups, don't buy the big mixed bag of Halloween candy because you'll be severely disappointed.
I mean, kids would be complaining.
Oh
They're
my
like,
god.
"This
Wow.
is" yeah, like, "This is budget crap." Like, you would have to eat 3 of them for them to be the size of one Reese's peanut butter
Oh my
cup.
gosh.
I mean,
That's
that's my pro tip, so, alrighty,
okay.
well
Right.
I can't wait.
Take care, everybody. Okay. Take care. Bye-bye.
Good night.